Hey, hi, Peter Watts Retrospect. How you doing today? Today I'm going to do a review on yet another Orient that I have. This is those solar-powered chronographs that they came out with maybe a couple of years ago. This one here is like that powder blue one, which I don't think was released right in the beginning. So it's kind of a newer color and in comparison. And anyway, I am literally perched on a log out here in the Bolsa Chica wetlands here in Huntington Beach, California, not too far from where I live. And just trying to do this in some natural lighting here, and hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad or anything like that. But let's take a look at these. These are kind of to combat. Seiko has a series of watches like this, and these here, you're going to find are heck maybe half the price. You can find these things for $200 to $300 depending where you buy them from. And this is my first chronograph. I've never had a chronograph. I've never had a big desire to have a chronograph. I have, even in Rolex, I got an Explorer and a Submariner. And quite frankly, the Daytona, as great as the watches they are, they just never really, drew me in all too much. So this is my first chronograph that I had, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And to me, Orient's is a great watch company. The price of addiction is really cheap. You have to spend $200 to $300 to get a fix when you need another watch. So as anybody in this watch rabbit hole knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's take a look at it. This is based on the Mako 3. And so it has the Mako 3 handset. And this is basically, really, essentially still a dive watch. It is still 200 meters of water resistance, and it still has the rotating bezel, timing bezel. So it is a little bit unique like that. Most chronographs are probably a 100-meter rated watch, I would think. But these right here are, it's a little bit case, similar to the Kamaso / Mako 3 case. It's a little bit wider. These are it's a 42.8 width case, and of course you have the pushers and everything on there. It's thick. It's a little over 13 millimeters thick. Still not so bad for a chronograph, and it has your typical lug-to-lug on the, like I said, on the Kamasus and on those Mako 3s of a little over 48 millimeters. This particular one is still on the OEM. I'm going to say oyster style bracelet that all these Orients come with. If you know my channel at all, if you know me, I've got a handful of Orients, and every one of them I put on a better strap. I put on a strap code, either a Jubilee, a Beads of Rice, or this oyster style bracelet, because it really elevates these watches. These watches are great for the money, but like a lot of watches in this price range, you just don't get a quality of a bracelet. This one here is on, like I said, on the OEM bracelet. They do not, Strapco does not make one that has the right end link that will fit on this, apparently. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to take the word of people like Mark at Long Island Watch and such that say that the same strap codes that fit the Kamasu and Mako 3 do not fit this watch. So my options are keep it on the OEM one, or put like a rubber strap on it or so, but I'll probably just keep it on this one. They're really not all that bad. But anyway, it has, again, the typical 22 millimeter lug width on these, as well most of the Orients have, and it's a pretty watch. They have an array of different colors. Probably the most popular one is the white dial, the so-called Panda. But these black these black subdials are actually solar cells, and this thing here has got a battery. It's a quartz movement, like I said, and it has a battery in it that recharges by light, not necessarily sunlight, but even your indoor lighting will charge it. But once this thing is fully charged, apparently it has a power reserve of 6 months. So basically, if you wear this thing every now and then, you're never going to have to worry about a battery or winding it or anything. And it is solar, so I mean, it is quartz, should I say, so it does keep really good time. I'm sure it loses a couple of seconds a month or so at the most. But like I said, I'm on a log here, so things might get a little wobbly if I zoom in, but let's take a look at the dial. I'm so not used to seeing a watch with the second hand that does not move because the main second hand is actually your stopwatch hand. And the subdial, if you look at it there at the 9 o'clock position, that is your actual second hand that stays in motion. I'm sure if you know chronographs, you know how they work. But again, it's just a little odd for me to look at this watch, and that big second hand is not moving. You could actually sync it to that other one and get it moving. You could sync it to the other subdial, and this hand would sweep, and after an hour, I believe it would stop and just kind of reset, because I think that's how long that stopwatch will work. But another beautiful watch, another great bargain from Orient. I mean, there's what a brand. To me, at least in that lower $200 to $300 range, I really think they're better than most Seikos from what you're going to find. You get that sapphire crystal, you obviously get the screw down crown. It's still 200 meters of water resistance, like I said. And they're just a good solid watch. This one here weighs 159 grams with 2 links removed to fit my 7-inch wrist. We'll put it on here real quick and make this a short video, but a little different. It does have brush sides. It does have brush sides as opposed to the polished sides that you'll find on a lot of the Orients, on the Komatsus and the Mako 3. So, you still have that really nice polished chamfer. And it's got, pretty nice defined line there. Of course, the tops are brushed as well and everything. But just a really great fitting watch. Again, a little bit bigger than a Komatsu. Feels a little thicker, but not... pretty much it fits to me like the Komatsu, the Mako 3 does. But anyway, let's put it on real quick and end this thing. But... again, beautiful, a little powder blue. They make this in a red dial. I have other Orients in that red dial that I really love. I almost wish I got this one in red, but still, this is about maybe like my 9th blue watch. So I just obviously have a fetish for blue dials, apparently. And I don't know. There you go. It's again just another home run from Orient. I mean, you can pick these up. Again, you can buy them direct from Orient for about $300. You can find these on the gray market for around $200. I got this, I believe, through Joma Shop for just that. So, and I believe they warranty it. I don't even worry about these things as far as warranty. I've never had any issue with all. Geez, I got 6, 7. I got about 7 Orients to my collection now. And, and I have some expensive watches, but I'm telling you, I get just as much joy wearing these Orients. I just really love them for sure. But anyway, hey, I really appreciate you stopping by. Love a thumbs up. Love us, hit the subscribe button. I could really use this as subscribers. It could really help the channel a lot. But anyway, again, any comments or questions on this, drop a line, and I'll gladly answer it if I know that answer for you. So be glad to help you. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Peter, Watch Retrospect. Thank you so much.